Welcome to Local SEO in 10. This is your go-to podcast for answers about how you can grow your local business online easily and quickly. Brought to you by local SEO experts Magnified Media in Walnut Creek, California. In each 10-minute episode, our digital marketing expert Adam Duran answers your questions on how you can get more leads for your business fast. Remember, if you're not taking care of this part of your business right now, you can bet your competitors are. And now, here's our host with the questions, Jamie Duran, and our expert with the answers, Adam Duran.
Hello, Adam.
Hey, Jamie.
How is your week going?
It's going great. The year is wrapping up.
Wow, that's right. You take the last 3 or 4 weeks of the year off, right?
Last couple months, bro.
Right.
No,
Nice.
I will take a few days off, but not yet. Still going gangbusters.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm sure
last
your
week,
clients all appreciate it.
I hope so. Thank you. In the last week, Google did another search algorithm update, which no one is aware about, but us SEO folks. It has in the last 2 days, actually, so it's shaken up some things, but we're watching it closely and we are responding appropriately.
All right.
So maybe
Good.
in a couple weeks, we'll do an episode on that update and see what it's focused on and what you can do and what you should have been doing. So we'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed.
Great. All right. Well, something. Well, it's like a little Christmas present for our listeners.
Oh, yeah. Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all that stuff. Today, I'm going to be talking about service area business. Do you know what a service area business is on Google?
Plumber, contractor, telephone company.
There's a lot of them. But basically what we're going to talk about is businesses that hide their physical address on Google and all they have is the service area. So they pick a city or a county and they say, we go to our customers at their location and serve them there. So they don't want their probably home address on Google. So that's called a service area business. Now, when you set up your business, Google is going to ask you that question. Do you serve people at their home or at your location? So that will give you the opportunity to hide your address. Now,
Hooray.
yeah, and you're like, okay, cool, that's great. Unfortunately, what they don't say is that if you have competition and a lot of it, you will never outrank the competition that has a brick and mortar physical address listed on their Google profile. You won't rank better than them. It is very, very difficult. So this is something that we see all the time from, like you said, plumbers, electricians, people who go to their clients' homes, and they wonder why their phone doesn't ring because people are not finding them, right? That hurts their visibility. And maybe they didn't know that. They're like, oh, okay, I'll just set it up. Probably they didn't know that. But yeah, today I wanted to first define what a service area business is and then go through some of the common mistakes that I see those service area businesses do. Okay?
Yeah, but I think you've already defined what a service area business is.
Yeah, I did that. And so now
Check
the next
that one
thing
off.
is, if you are in a service area business, if your business doesn't have any competition, then you're probably fine. As long as you have reviews, and everything else was set up correctly, you have photos, et cetera, all that stuff on your Google business profile, then most likely you're going to outrank everyone anyway because you have no competition. So awesome. Good for you. You're very lucky that you're in such a sector. So nice. One day when 1 or 2 or 3 competitors come, you will have to change your tune. You're going to have to find an address and use that. Okay. All right. The other thing that I've seen common is, say I'm a website designer. Okay, so I'm based in San Francisco, and I'm like, hey, my clients are all the English-speaking world. So my service area I'm going to choose is North America. So now, and I've lost count of how many times I've seen that. So where the service area is all of humanity. I mean, Google won't let you choose all of humanity, but it'll let you choose your whole country. When you do that, now your competitors may have gone from 10 or 20 to like 10,000. So do you think you're going to outrank those other 9,999 businesses? Jamie?
Probably if I hire Magnified Media.
Yeah, if you did, I would tell you don't do that. I would say, yes, you can hire us, but we're going to give you an address. So when you pick an address, basically what you're doing is limiting who your competitors are. If you don't pick an address and choose a very large service area, now you're competing with every local business in that area who's in your business, right? Who's in your line of business. And they have a physical address. You don't. Therefore, no ranking. You won't ever be visible. You won't even be on the first, you won't be part of the first 20, much less 50 of those listings. So
I have one exception though.
Yes.
Google.
They have a physical address listed.
Well, their target is all of humanity.
Sure.
And they have very few competitors. So they probably rank highest among search engines.
Yes. Okay, so obviously not for Google, this podcast. Thank you. If you're Google, if you're Mr. Google or Miss Google or they Google, you could just turn this off. But if you're not, just understand that your service area, if you choose a large one, you're not going to be able to outrank anybody, much less your next door neighbor. And so that means, you won't get that visibility. You won't get any of those calls or contacts or leads, which is kind of the reason you have a business profile. Make sense?
Makes sense. Yep.
All right. Next one. And this is one I ran into last week, actually. It was a driving school. They are all around the San Francisco Bay Area. So they have service areas. So what they did, they were like, okay, we're in Marin, which is the northern part of the Bay Area. And then we're also in San Mateo, which is the peninsula, kind of the southern part. And then we have 2 locations in the East Bay, which is the eastern part. And they made them all service area businesses, which is fine if they didn't have competition. But then the other thing is some of those cities overlapped. So they chose, when they were choosing those service areas, 2 of the 4 areas overlapped. So what happens when service areas overlap?
Google sorts it out completely and...
Jamie, long-time listener, first-time caller. No, that's not what they do.
What?
That algorithm basically just doesn't show either one. Welcome.
Genius.
Yeah. Or what can happen is the algorithm will only show one of them. And so once those service areas, if they are not discrete, meaning if they overlap in any way, they're going to cancel each other out, or you're only going to have one of them show. So you have to make sure, if you're going to do service area, that you do it correctly, and you can't pick overlapping counties or cities or anything like that. It must be discrete.
Okay.
All right. And when that happens, right? When I was speaking to this business owner the last week, they were like, maybe that's why we don't get any calls in wherever. And I was like, yeah, man, that could be it. Yes, that was your free advice for the day. They got that one. But other than that, the service area businesses that I see, a lot of times they also use website builders. So they're part of they've kind of fallen under the spell of whatever niche that they're in, and they pay a company to make their website for them that makes websites for that niche. And so when that happens, none of your content is going to be unique. None of the stuff that they put up is going to be rankable. It's going to be very difficult for you to rank. And they don't really care. So stay away from that. So those are the big ones that I see for service area businesses. Any questions? Yeah,
it's probably off topic because, virtually every day, every business owner gets, hey, we reviewed your website and we saw that you're not at the top 10 of Google and we can help you. Anyway, so a little bit off topic, I'm sure.
Okay, well, no, when you get one of those emails, Jamie, just see, is it from a Gmail address? If the answer is yes, throw it away. If they don't have, top of Google results for the words, whatever, that is a little more kind of believable than just, you're not at the top of Google results, because I guarantee you your business name, if you type that in and your city next to it, it will come up. It will be visible. Google's very good about that. So, but your service category, what you do, to do that means that that email program or that person on the other end of that email must have done some research if they include that information. If they don't, then it's also spam. Yeah. But biggest tip off in the world is it's from a Gmail address. Okay, so that is because, and the reason they are, just as a side note, is because you can write a program to send out mass emails through Gmail. And that's the easiest way to do it. And that's why 95% of them go through Gmail.
Fascinating.
Yeah,
okay.
You'd think Google would turn that off, but yes.
I know, but it's like the phone companies. We don't know how to stop spam calls or telemarketing calls.
From Google.
Oh, fascinating.
I'll use Google.
Now, let's just say you wanted to check your service area and everything. Where on Google would you recommend the listener go to check?
What do you mean? Whose service area? So if I'm a business owner?
So I'm a business owner, Joe's Plumbing, and I service Los Angeles, which is gigantic.
Jesus.
But where would I want to go to verify that I'm not overlapping or I'm not competing with myself, or show my physical address, that kind of stuff? So
first thing, if you're Joe's Plumber, do a physical address, especially if you're in Los Angeles. Your competition is going to be gargantuan. If you have two different areas, that's what I meant. They have two distinct business locations that they verified, but they're hiding those addresses. The way you can find out is you can go to Google Maps and search for that business name by the name. And if it shows up, great. If it doesn't, then you have a big problem. The other way is you can search for your category. So plumber, and search around. You can just kind of move that map around, and every time you move that map, it'll redo the search in that area. If your business is not coming up, then there's a problem. There's also some other tools. You can go to localviking.com. That's a great tool for checking to see how your business ranks. It's a paid tool. I'm not sure if they have a free version, but you can try, see if your business shows up for whatever term you want it to show up for. That's a tool that we use, and I always recommend. Okay. Localviking.com. Okay.
Localviking.com. Great.
Yeah, just look up Local Viking. Cool tool. But yeah, that's probably the best way. But yeah, moving that map around and then clicking redo search in this area. Easy.
Okay.
Yep, that's the free way.
Got it.
Okay, that's all I got for today, Jamie. Boom.
Very good. All right, Adam, that's all useful stuff. I'm going to go check it out now for my business and see how we rank. But if you have a business and you are, maybe other business owners that are also interested in finding out how they can improve their local rankings, definitely turn them on to this podcast. That would have been good information. But share this out by just going into the corner of wherever you're listening on your phone. And there is a share button in the upper right corner, and you can share it out, email, text, whatever. And the name of the podcast, Local SEO in 10. And we have hundreds of topics that Adam has generously shared his knowledge with all of us. And if you have a question about a possible topic, go to our website, magnifiedmedia.net, click on the podcast button, and then put in the search term. And chances are there's at least one, if not multiple podcasts about the same topic. And if not, go to our Facebook page or our LinkedIn page, Local SEO in 10, and send us that message or that question or that topic, and we will try to get to it in a future podcast. All right. Well, Adam, have a great holiday season, and we will talk to you soon.
That's all for now. Thanks for listening to this episode of Local SEO in 10 with Google local marketing expert Adam Duran. Join us each week for answers to your questions on how to best harness the power of the internet to grow your business. Speaking of questions, got some? Message us through our Facebook page, Local SEO in 10, and we'll be sure to give you your answer on an upcoming episode. This episode of Local SEO in 10 is brought to you by Magnified Media, the leading online marketing agency in Northern California. who invite you to grow your business by magnifying your online visibility and credibility. Visit them on the web at www.magnifiedmedia.com. Magnify your business, magnify your profits.